Wasiu Ayinde, Fuji musician. Fuji, a music genre listened to mostly in the southwest of Nigeria. And somehow, I think more Muslims listen to Fuji music, although it's a general southwestern Yoruba thing, but more Muslims listen to Fuji music. Now, Wasiu is on social media once again and is trending for terrible things. Wasiu Ayinde, according to some of his band members, they said he's a narcissistic, terrible person, stingy, bad, wicked person. There's nothing they didn't say about him. Well, Wasiu Ayinde, he has his own way of responding. Is either coming up with a song or he's going to address it whenever anyone asks him questions about it, or he's going to send out people who will testify differently. People who will support him and say, no, he's the best. I have achieved this. I have achieved that. But there is a problem here. Wasiu Ayinde has family members who are corroborating the story of some of his band members who are saying Wasiu Ayinde is fetish, wicked, bad, that is a terrible person. Well, I don't know what Wasiu Ayinde will do to wash all of this. And don't forget that image is important. Very important. Image, very important. You see, with this social media torchlighting Wasiu Ayinde, it could result into Wasiu Ayinde not being called for entertainment anymore. I mean, he might lose 30%, 40% of clients, of those, of fans, of those that love his music. They might just say, you know what, this guy, we don't want you anymore. Don't come play. You're a terrible person. We spray you so much money. You disrespect your band members. You try to tie them up. You are so bad. You are so wicked. None of them have achieved anything under you. Some have spent 30 years, 20 years under you. They cannot boast of building a good BQ, bungalow. Well, what kind of person are you? He knows all of this. That is why he's quick and fast to kind of try to rearrange his image by shaking hands. You know what he did? He shook hands with some of his band members when he came on stage. Something that Wasiu Ayinde will not do normally. In fact, when he was doing it, his eyes, his countenance is different from what he's doing. It means that he knows the power of social media and he's trying to quickly adjust to see how to draw people close to him, because you see, what Wasiu does is called agbe, means beggar. Some say, no, Wasiu Ayinde is an entertainer, is not a beggar. It's the same thing. When you praise people and you expect them to give you money, you are a beggar. Simply put, hype man. Now, let us listen. Let us listen. What you're about to hear will blow your mind. For those who are interested, like they want to know what's up. Like, what's happening? We know Wasiu Ayinde, but we don't really know much. You're going to get your translation as we analyze it. Let us listen to this one. Family members are saying, Wasiu Ayinde, you are who they say you are. Like and share. Tap on the subscribe button.
Once a petty conscience in your back clear, you don't have anything to come and, to fear any accusation. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí bá Wasiu wí láàárọ̀ yìí, ó dẹ̀ bá olórí burúkú ya Mohbad wí. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? A clear conscience fear no accusation. Ó bá Wasiu wí, ó dẹ̀ bá ya Mohbad wí láàárọ̀ yìí. Ọ̀nà tó fi bá Wasiu wí ni pé wọ́n dé lẹ́fọ́ o. Ó ní ó lẹ́fọ́ òun ò kì í ṣe torí àkìtàn. Èèyàn tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Wasiu for 32 years. Ó bọ́ta. Ó sọ pé bí Wasiu ṣe rí ni. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tẹ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ paraventure bí ó do yín ni. Paraventure bí ẹ̀kọ́ wà coincident láti jẹ́ kó kì í true èèyàn kan. Paraventure bí ó fún yín lówó ni. You don't know him. Súnmọ́. Bàbá yìí ti mọ̀ láti kékeré. Wọ́n gbé fọ́tò wọn sí. Ó ti bá Wasiu bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ṣẹ́yìn lẹ fẹ́ sọ bó ṣe mọ̀ Wasiu sí ni. It is so unfortunate táwọn kan sọ pé ó lè ní kò ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn ìtẹ́lọ́rùn wo èèyàn bá yàn ṣiṣẹ́ fún 32 years tẹ́ bá lọ sọ́jà ń sì tó lọ ra nǹkan ó máa fún ọ lówó ó máa deliver nǹkan tó ra yẹn fún ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe rí fún Wasiu àti bọ̀bọ́ tá à ń sọ yìí àbí nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹn ó ṣiṣẹ́ fún Wasiu ni Wasiu mú from the gutter pé òun fẹ́ fún lówó so ẹ sọ fún mi oore wo ni kò mọ̀ because ibi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ nílùú mi tí mo wà yìí a máa pè kankan ní benefit tó bá salary wa wá bàbá yìí ò gba benefit kankan tó bá salary ẹ̀ wá Wasiu kan ń lò wọ́n ni tó bá yẹ pé Wasiu ń kọrin kò lálùyọ a lè accept but Wasiu ó lu àlùyọ lórí iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yìí kí ló dé tó ń fara ní èèyàn kí ló dé tó ń fara ní ọmọ làkejì ẹ̀ kí ló dé tí alákàrà tí ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́nìkejì dín Wasiu dáńkú ìgò màtẹ́sì ìkà èṣù ọ̀dàrà ẹ máa love and like tó bá flag show yìí I might come back I might not come back so love and like 32 years is not a child's play it is not moi moi ẹ dẹ̀ fi rọ́bò tọ́ now that is not my bone of contention my bone of contention is àwọn olórí burúkú tó tẹ̀lé Wasiu lẹ́yìn tó ń kọrin fún àwọn olùgbé ẹ wá ń bọ́ta what are you trying to come out to cover what are you trying to come out to tell us what narrative are you trying to put out there about Wasiu I am saying it with my full chest Wasiu is all shades of bad leader is all shades of bad attitude his attitude stinks his relationship with his workers with humans it stinks let's call a spade a spade coming for Wasiu this morning does not mean I hate him tó bá ṣe nǹkan tó dá lọ́la I will celebrate him you all know me for that ìgbà tó kọrin tó ń bá Tinubu wíńjọ sí pé kó jọ ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn kí ni mo ṣe I was the first person that posted it on my Facebook page. I celebrated him. I prayed for him. So coming out for him now does not mean I hate him. I just hate his attitude towards human beings, towards his workers. Am I communicating? So coming out to say àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wa ń bọ́ta wọ́n wá sọ pé Wasiu ṣe dáadáa fáwọn sórí gbogbo yín burú ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣí ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé kán gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ń sọ ẹjọ́ ta lè ṣíṣí ò bá gbè bí ò ń ṣe légbò ṣe gbogbo yín rántí pé àwọn pípù yìí wọ́n yìí wà lábẹ́ Wasiu yìí ń fún wọn lówó oúnjẹ bó jẹ́ tọ́rọ́ kọ́bọ̀ wọ́n yìí fi ń bọ́ ọmọ wọn ṣe expect káwọn náà bọ́ta kọ́ support bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ni mo lè bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ayé mi bọ̀bọ́ tó bọ́ta sọ̀rọ̀ yìí òun àtàwọn gúùpù Wasiu tọ́jọ́ ń kọrin yẹn wọ́n jọ máa sọ pé àwọn máa bọ́ta sọ̀rọ̀ ni at the last minute lọ́ máa padà máa jó lọ mò ń wẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ aráyé mo ṣe pé bàbá ìkọ́ nìkan ló decide pé òun máa wá sọ̀rọ̀ Wasiu òun àtàwọn kan nínú báǹdì yẹn lọ́ máa ti jọ sọ but ìgbà tó tó time gbogbo wọn sún mẹ́yìn ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n náà ẹ wo bí gbogbo wọn ṣe rí ó ní ibi tẹ́ ti máa mọ̀ ẹ pọ̀ ọ̀gá da ara ọmọọṣẹ́ lẹ ti máa mọ̀ ẹ gbàgbé ọ̀gá ń sin ọ̀gá ti lówó ara ọmọọṣẹ́ lẹ ti máa mọ̀ ẹ pé ọ̀gá yìí da sáwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ ẹ wá lọ ń gbé àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ Wasiu jáde no ṣé ẹ rò bí pọ́n máa bọ́ta wá sọ pé Wasiu ò dá ni ṣé ẹ máa ń ronú pẹ̀lú ìwòdí wa ni ṣé ẹ retí káwọn ọmọ yẹn bọ́ta kọ́ sọ pé Wasiu ò dá ibi tó ti yìí ń jẹun kò kọ́ ọbẹ̀ wọn and ẹ má gbàgbé pé all these guys are under the influence of Ogun. Ṣé gbọ́ tí bàbá Bashorun Gaa, bàbá onílù yẹn, tó sọ pé àwọn lọ sún ẹ̀, ó gba aṣọ àwọn, ó ń lo aṣọ àwọn táwọn bá ti wọ̀kù, táwọn ti làágùn sí, ó ń lò. These guys are under the influence of diabolical things. Àbíkò yẹn yín, kò sí nǹkan táwọn boys lè ṣe, wọ́n ti di mùmú, bí Wasiu ṣe wà yẹn, àràgbà tún ra mú ni, ó tún máa lọ tún ògùn ẹ̀, ó tún máa lọ tún renew ni, because ó ti rí pàṣírí ti ń tú. Gbogbo yín wá ń bọ́ta, ẹ ń sọ pé kọ́gbọ́n nǹkan táwọn ọmọ ẹ ń sọ Àṣàntí kọ́lọ́run bá mi fọ̀run kẹ́ Àṣàntí sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Wàsíù títí tó fi kú wọ́n sọ pé kidney ló pa báwo la ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ Àṣàntí tó wà ní Àṣàntí ṣòlè London bí ló wà mo máa gbé interview yẹn síta fún yín Àṣàntí ṣòlè mọ Wàsíù náà òun náà sọ ìlọ́ ti pa Wàsíù kó tó kú and we are talking about 2-3 years ago l'Àṣàntí ṣòlè ti ṣe fídíò yẹn another man tó bá Wàsíù ṣiṣẹ́ òun náà ti bọ́ta sọ̀rọ̀ náà tí ò ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Wàsíù mọ́ what are you people saying please ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe kódà àwọn làwọn change àwọn làwọn kí Nàìjíríà dá but tá bá ń fi gbá burúkú tá bá ń fi òótọ́ borọ́ àbí ká má lè sọ fún àwọn tó ṣe pé wọ́n ṣe ẹ lè wojú àwọn politician kẹ́ sọ pé wọ́n dá ṣùgbọ́n ẹ lè bo Wàsíù tẹ́ bá ń bo Wàsíù báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ change Wàsíù is all shades of evil towards its band boys let's call a spade a spade tá bá wí a máa kú tá a bá wí ọmọ kan náà la máa lọ ẹ ṣe kúkú jẹ́ ká sọ ká kú. Now mo máa ka nǹkan kan fún yín láàárọ̀ yìí. The more you people are coming for that guy, I have a lot of evidences. Èmi kò jẹ́ nìkan tí bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ mo ti kú ńbẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ìtòrò ó ti la èmi lọ ni mo ṣe jókòó tì. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ mi pé tí bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo ti kú ńbẹ̀. But the more you people are coming out to debunk nonsense, the more tẹ́ ń bọ́ta láti wá sọ pé irọ́ ló ń pamọ́ Wàsíù ilẹ̀ ti kún with evidence Wàsíù ṣe dáadáa rárá ilẹ̀ ti kún gan. But the more you people are coming out to tell people that wọ́n parọ́ mọ́ Wàsíù ni ṣé ń gbọ́ mi the more ni mo ní evidence ó ti kún inú fóònù mi already mo kàn wò pé wò ẹ jẹ́ kí Wàsíù máa lọ mo ti sọ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ but the more tí gbogbo yín wá bọ́tà báwọn ọmọ olórin àwọn tó yẹ pé they are suffering and smiling they are suffering and smiling ẹ wá ń bọ́tà ẹ sọ pé wọ́n parọ́ mọ́ ni Wàsíù ṣe dáadáa sí ìgbà tí mo ń tẹ̀lé Wàsíù ni mo kọ́lé mẹ́ta bàbá yẹn sọ náà ẹ lọ wo bàbá yẹn náà ó ní gbogbo wọn nìyà ń jẹ ó níyà ń jẹ gbogbo wọn back to back àbíkọ yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ ń bọ́tà wọ́n dẹ̀ ń fi rọ́bò tọ́ who does that you people are suffering and smiling wọ́n fẹ́ gba èrò mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ ikú àbíkọ yẹn I'm gonna be reading something for you this morning ṣé ń gbọ́ mi màá kà kọ́kọ́ fún yín láàárọ̀ yìí ẹ bá mi dì mú mi ní ká jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ màá wá bọ́ sórí ọ̀rọ̀ ya Mohbad màá fílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn the more tẹ́ bá ṣe ń bọ́ta tẹ́ bá ṣe wá ń sọ fún mi pé èèyàn dáadáa ni Wàsíù ìyà tí Wàsíù kọ sí wọ ó yàtọ̀ sí ìyà tí Wàsíù kọ sí àwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún adani níta má dání lé nírú àwọn Wàsíù yẹn mo mọrú wọn dáadáa ọ máa ń da níta ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ń da nínú ilé àbíkò yẹn ṣebí pásítọ̀ kan tí mo súnmọ́ ń jọ sí inú church ẹ̀ ni tẹ́ bá wá definition of poverty nísẹ̀lẹ̀ inú church ẹ̀ ló wà gbogbo àwọn aráàlú òyìnbó ló máa ń ṣò ó kàn fi ń ṣe kàríkàṣọ ni tẹ́ bá ṣe ń wọlé lọ́tí mo máa tọrọ owó lọ́wọ́ yín tẹ́ bá ṣe ń wọlé sùtánà wọn pọ́n bí ilé ilẹ̀ ni ṣé ń gbọ́ mi but the same pastor yìí náà ló máa ní kán wá dáwó just because he wants to show the world ó ń wá followers ó ń wá kán máa sọ pé he's a good pastor he's a good pastor ṣé ń gbọ́ mi gbogbo àwọn workers ẹ̀ méjì mẹ́ta mẹ́rin márùn ní èmi yìí fún lówó kan fi gbalé ní èmi yìí fún lówó back to back lóṣooṣù nínú church yẹn ń gbà yẹn àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn ebi ń pa wọ́n àwọn ará church ẹ̀ ebi ń pa wọ́n òun kẹ̀ ló máa ní kó wá dáwó ló máa pèèyàn láti tàkọ́ wa kó meanwhile àpapín lówó yẹn I have seen a lot so when you see people that are close to these people talking please allow them to vex allow them to pour out their mind ẹ má shut one up so that ẹlòmíì ò ní jẹ́ victim ṣé láwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn ló máa ń da nílé ẹ wojọ́ tí pásọ̀ yẹn sọ pé òun lọ títì òun rí ìyá tó ń gbálẹ̀ kan ó lóun kó 500,000 fún ẹ lọ wo countenance àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn they are hungry They are hungry. I am telling you this for free. Eléyìí ò ṣe pé yàn bá yàn jẹ́. Àwọn people yìí, àwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn, ebi ń pa wọ́n, ìmí ò rí school owó ọmọ sọ́nu wọn. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ lè máa bọ́ta lè máa ní Wasiu dá. Wasiu ń ṣe dáadáa ń ta lóòótọ́. But ṣó ṣe dáadáa sáwọn tó jẹ́ kó jẹ́ Wasiu. Àwọn tó gbé débi tó délé ní Wasiu ò lè dá débi tó dé, igi kò ń dágbó ṣe. Èèyàn kò ń jẹ́ àwádé, wọ́n máa ń sọ pé àwádé ni. Without these bad boys, there is nothing called Wasiu. Am I communicating? So why are we changing the narrative? Ẹ jẹ́ kí Wasiu bọ́ta kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ náà. Kílídẹ̀ ló ń gbé àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ kó wá máa sọ̀rọ̀. Àní mo béèrè pé olórin mélòó ni Wasiu fà lọ́wọ́ sókè láyé ẹ̀. Kò sí náà, little táwọn ọmọ yẹn tún manage. Àwọn little supporter àwọn fans wọn tó lówó lọ́wọ́ Wasiu àtújàgbà. Ìjọ́ wo la fẹ́ ṣe léyìí dà? Ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré gbé yín débẹ̀. Mo ń bọ̀. This is a family of Wasiu. Mi fẹ́ disclose family ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ni, but family ẹ̀ jẹ́ Wasiu gidi gan ni. Yeah? Wasiu's father had a few children. Shengbo. Wasiu's father had a few children, mostly men and women. Yeah? When he started his music career in Lagos, Enuowa, and its environment, the brothers, that is Wasiu's brothers, blood brothers, the brothers supported him with all they had. They were always at his shows to support him. Lamely, Akim aka 909, Muka aka Tunde, Lekon aka Lokoso, and their cousins and friends, Laide Baby, Alatishe, Kanimodo, etc. Shengbo. He stopped identifying with them when they were broke. Ìgbà táwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n yìí tán broke, he stopped identifying with them. Ẹ lọ wo Wasiu dada, ẹ lè rí Wasiu kó bá tálákà ṣe. Ẹ lè rí Wasiu kó súnmọ́ ẹni tí ò ní. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa kà lọ. So when he became big, he dropped their last name, Anifowose. When Wasiu became big, he dropped their last name, which is their surname, Anifowose. Ẹ jẹ́ notice pé Wasiu kò ń dárúkọ Anifowose yẹn mọ́ lóòótọ́. He ditched the family house at Odiolowo Street, Ijebu-Ode. He stopped relating with his brothers. He abandoned his brothers for the big boys. His brothers had financial difficulties and medical situations. Shengbo, and tó bá lè treat àwọn blood brothers Tony financial difficulties at the medical situation. His brothers had financial difficulties and medical situations, and Wasiu turned his face away from them. As I speak, his brothers are dead, one after the other. The last one of them died last month, Akim 909. Hello, confirm, continue, sorry. Last brother Wasiu, he died last month. They call him Akim 909. Wasiu took Yetunde Anifowose, Lekon Lokoso's first daughter. He took her in to help him raise all his children by different women. Yetunde served Wasiu and his children. Yetunde ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀, ó mú ipò ń fẹ́ tọ́jú ẹ̀. Yetunde served Wasiu and his children. We all expected Wasiu to at least set Yetunde up after serving him and his children. Wasiu kò help ọmọ Yetunde yẹn. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ẹni tí ó help ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bó ṣe serve ẹ̀ tó, ẹ wá ní kó help ẹni tó ń kọrin fún. We all expected Wasiu to at least set Yetunde up after serving him and his children. Wasiu is very diabolical, stingy, self-centered, heartless, and arrogant. I will repeat that, please. Wasiu is very diabolical, stingy, self-centered, heartless, and arrogant. As I speak, we don't know where Yetunde Anifowoshe's whereabouts is. We are not sure. Some said Wasiu sexually molested that girl. Please help us ask Wasiu, where is Yetunde Anifowoshe? I rest my case. Shengbomi, mo fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́yẹn. I have a lot, voice notes, everything. I have it. People really came to me. Àwọn èèyàn wá bá mi gan ni. Gidi gan no wá bá mi. The more you are coming out to cover Wasiu, the more I'll be bringing it out. And when I mean families, these are families. Àwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Àwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ lélẹ̀. So táwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bọ́ta cover Wasiu, go and take several seats. Go and take several back seats. I rest my case.
I think Wasiu Ayinde has come to stay on social media. For a while, it's going to be dragged back and forth. Enemies of Wasiu Ayinde will rise, and those that he has hurt. He said it the other time. He said, if you are my enemy, definitely you want to speak. If I have reprimanded you or offended you, you also want to speak. The thing is this, you cannot please everybody, and when you're on top, you will always become the topic. Wasiu Ayinde has offended so many people, hurt so many people. Same as people who also want to attack him or find a way to break him. It's like a battlefield, a race. He doesn't want to fall. And he has decided to be vicious. Wasiu Ayinde is vicious. He thinks so much of himself, particularly being close to the president. I mean, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But there are people who helped him to get to where he is, and he always wants to be on top. The other time he had an interview, a talk, his mom was there, and Wasiu Ayinde, via his mom, was trying to show and prove that he is from a royal home from his mother's side, that his mom is a princess, and that automatically that equals to him being a princess. But you know, the Yoruba culture tradition does not permit you to inherit that from your mother's side. But then there are still some, little bit of a waiver that gives. But Wasiu Ayinde, he has gotten about 2 or 3 titles that I know. I think at least 2. One from Alaafin of Oyo, Iku Baba Yeye, and also from his own state, Ogun State. He got one from his own town. He was crowned, or he was given that title. And, Wasiu Ayinde, Wasiu Ayinde knows that the same people, now that social media is powerful, it's not like back in those days where you can pay some, tabloid, you can pay some magazine, you can pay, writers. No, gone are those days. The only thing you can do is to come up with, speakers, come up with bloggers that will help you launder your image, package your image and all of that. But you know that they will not succeed, because immediately they start speaking, thousands of bloggers will come up to attack that person, and slowly you start seeing more dirt on Wasiu Ayinde. People begin to come up with evidence, people that he has offended, people that are envious of him. He knows this thing, that social media can tear him into pieces. Yes, social media can tear you into pieces. Wasiu Ayinde, I'll give it to him, he has thick skin. He's not the kind of person that will come on social media and start ranting. He is sort of reserved. He has this native intelligence to know that you cannot win social media. Maybe once in a while, Wasiu Ayinde will come out to address 1 or 2 things where he was, he was being positioned in a certain way. He doesn't want to be positioned in that certain way. In that way, he wants to make it appear like he has always been a star. He has always been number 1 from the beginning of life and time. But that's not possible. He served under someone. He did serve under someone. And he had a lot of people around him who wanted to be shiny or shinier or more luminous than him. He had that competition around him. Life is not easy, but that does not mean that you have to be wicked. But then this life, this world will teach you that you have to be strong, particularly if you are in a competitive business like music, Fuji music, where majority of them are diabolic. Majority of them are diabolic. Now they are saying Wasiu Ayinde is diabolic. 99% of them are diabolic. In that Fuji music, is it juju? They are diabolic. All of them are seeking for one spiritual godfather or one shrine, one altar, one Islamic cleric, one prophet. That's what they do. They join different society, cult. There's something they don't do. All of this is to remain relevant, to remain powerful, to be untouchable, because they know that they attack each other. Imagine Wasiu Ayinde is performing on stage. Haters are there. They don't like him. Then they want to fire in him a spiritual arrow so that he can start coughing blood on stage or fall down and slump. He knows all of these things. So he's also ready to make sure that this does not happen to him. And they say attack is the best form of battle, not defense. So he knows all of these things. I know that people are not happy. People are not comfortable with the way Wasiu Ayinde has behaved for a long time. They see him as a terror. Like, he's a bad person. He's not someone who wants to move around life freely. That's what they see him as someone who is interested in covering other people's shine. There is a man that used to live in Paris. I think he's late now. I can't remember his name. He's also a Fuji musician. He granted interviews some years back, I think about 4 years back, where he talked about Wasiu Ayinde, how bad Wasiu Ayinde is, how diabolic Wasiu Ayinde is. He said there was a time that they were to perform in the same locality. He had his own stage. Wasiu Ayinde had his own stage. Wasiu Ayinde came around him and held his 2 ears. He said after a while, he didn't feel good, that he vomited blood, that he had to go treat himself. That Wasiu Ayinde is very wicked and diabolic. All he's interested in is how to shut other people from rising, from shining. And imagine if you are a band member. Just imagine if you are a band member. Imagine you're a band member. Imagine. How can you rise? How can you be? Wasiu Ayinde will not allow you to have a quarter of what he has. Because if you begin to be rich, if you begin to be powerful, how can he command you and control you? He won't. So I'm kind of feeling what those band members are saying. Because without the band, there is no Wasiu Ayinde. Wasiu Ayinde cannot just be singing. And like the band, it's a joint effort. The band, everyone, the instrumentalists, everybody, they are the ones that make Wasiu Ayinde what he is. Maybe here and there, he will say, no, this is what I want. This is the kind of sound I want. At times, he will listen to them like, okay, can you play this? Give me this key. Give me that. He understands music and what he needs to do. I don't know if he's also an instrumentalist. Maybe he can play the guitar, because some of them, they can either play the saxophone, the guitar, or play the piano and all of that. Some of them, they do learn these things. They do. So Wasiu Ayinde is being called out, and I'm sure he's going to also address this. Maybe he's just going to wipe this off, but Wasiu Ayinde has not come out to say anything. He's just sending out people to help launder his image. People to come out and say, no, it's not true, it's not true. We can't say it's not true, it's not true. We can't say it's not true, it's not true. Neither can we say that Wasiu Ayinde has, we can't say that Wasiu Ayinde is innocent. We can't say that he's innocent. We can't say that he's innocent. Neither can we say those that have accused him are also, innocent of whatever. The thing is that it will get to a point where more of these things will come to light. A lot of dirty things, bad things, wicked things will come to light. A lot. A lot will come to light. A lot will come to light. A lot will come to light. So, I don't know. I don't know. But I think family members, when they get on your matter, when they begin to speak and say, yes, this is how terrible this man is, this is how bad this man is, then it becomes a battle that you cannot win. What I'm saying is this: about 60 to let's just balance it up. About 50% of Wasiu Ayinde's image will be dented on this journey, because it's going to be back to back. It will be dented. There are more people coming out. In fact, more people coming out. There are more people coming out. Some of them have started talking when, they will start talking when more evidence is available. In fact, they started dragging King Sunny Ade also. They say he's one of the most diabolic, his bad, his this, his that. They started dragging Sunny Ade. So slowly, I think our society will be corrected one way or the other. Our society will be corrected. And there are certain abnormalities that are in our society, that will be corrected. Certain abnormalities will be corrected in our society. And I don't know. Certain abnormalities will be corrected in our society, where people, because they've been opportune to be the head or the leader, because it's the same thing that we are saying, and we are seeing also repeated in government, where someone positions himself as president, governor, or local government chairman, and they think that is all. All they are interested in is how to crush, destroy, break, scatter, all of these terrible things. That's all. That is all they think of. How can I control? How can I control? How can I control? How can I take advantage of others? That's all that matters to them. Well, as per the passport of a thing, I know it is not legal, it is not right. But like I said in the previous video, apart from Wasiu Ayinde requesting clothes that his band members used on stage, after sweating on it, he wants to take the clothes to wash and give to them again. That's crazy. Well, what does he want to do with the clothes? Does he want to take it to a shrine somewhere? They are not going to give it to you. And some other diabolic practices that they claim that Wasiu Ayinde often will engage them in. And not just that alone. Like I said, some rituals also that he also wants them to engage themselves in. It's a deep thing. Like I said, majority of them are diabolic. Majority of them. They are so diabolic. Very dangerous people. And passport, I have said it might be trying to guard, unless some of them have requested for their passport because they needed to go for medical treatment. Wasiu Ayinde will not give it to them because he doesn't want them to japa or to use this as an avenue to transport some hard substance. It could be. So to him, well, I have the right to keep that passport because their passport is useless without the visa in it. Many of them have visas to different parts of Europe, America, Australia. Wherever there is a show, it goes with them. So their passport is like full up. Now the thing is this, once you leave Wasiu Ayinde, you will not have access to those passports. It means if you are to apply for visa, you will not be able to tender copies. You will not be able to tender the original passport. But then, if they are smart enough, they should be able. But it's difficult because he says once they get to the airport, he gives them the passport. They pass through the control. Once they land, it gets it from them again. So you cannot even make a copy. The only thing you can do is to take pictures of your data page. That is all that you can do. Take clear pictures of your data page. Maybe you might need that later. That is all that you can do. Take pictures of your data page. Because Wasiu Ayinde is very thorough with them. Very thorough with them. They get to the airport, he gives them the passport. After they are done, once they get into the aeroplane, everyone begins to hand over the passport. Or maybe they will be with their passport when they arrive. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he gets it from them. Then when they are about to stop, like drop, he gets the passport again, takes it off from them. Maybe that's what he does. Or maybe when they land at the airport, he will take the passport again. You can't have that passport with you. It's terrible, isn't it? So terrible. So many of them are not happy. They're not happy.